Welcome everyone. Some of you might recognize one of these. It's called an iPillow. Fascinating what these can do. And essentially what you do is simply place it over the eyes and let it settle in. And curious how relaxing this can be. And essentially, if you've got a fear response, if you've got a trauma response, if you've got adrenaline up in your system, the eyes tend to bug out just a little bit, and the periphery changes, the way your eyes focus changes. It can change the kind of prescription you need. And interesting about that, there's some stuff about when you have an eye exam, if you're a little bit tense, if you're scared about it, your eyes will register differently. They'll see differently. And then the optometrist will give you a prescription for glasses based on that. And oftentimes when you go get your glasses, they don't seem quite right, like you can't see quite right. That's because when you did your test, your eyes were fixed a little differently because of the fear or the anxiety. Then you go pick up the glasses, like there's no fear. So now your eyes are a little bit different. So fear changes how your eyes see. An iPillow, this one happens to have some lavender in it too, so it works on the olfactory and your sense of smell, which can calm things down, but a little bit of weight on those eyes and the eye begins to settle back in, which will send a back signal to the nervous system saying, ooh, is it all clear? Are we good? Can we reduce the adrenaline? And if your body says, yeah, it's all clear, we're all good, we're safe, we can relax, someone else has got our back, there's no threat anymore, the rest of the body will begin to cascade. It's kind of like dominoes falling. And the digestive system comes back online a little bit. The heart rate perhaps goes from elevated down a little bit. The blood pressure can reduce. The hearing can open up a little bit. Your taste buds will come back online, and you'll hear a lot of gurgling. It sounds like your stomach's rumbling. It sounds like you're hungry. That's actually just the digestion picking back up and saying, "Oh, okay, well, it's okay to go ahead and digest." We don't necessarily digest quite as well when we're in a fear response or an adrenaline response, because digestion isn't the point. It's survival is the point. So one little eye pillow, create all that. One thing I've noticed, and this was something that was true for me for quite a long time, and that is as soon as I started to drop into a relaxed state and downregulate into that state of relaxation, my mind would think of a snake biting me or somebody saying something, and all of a sudden I was in an argument, and any number of things. But my mind would say, well, hell no, the attack isn't over. We need to stay charged up. We need to stay on alert. We need to have our dukes up. And I've learned there's a lot of stuff out there about if you carry trauma for a long time and you didn't know it was trauma or you didn't recognize it as trauma, relaxation can become the enemy. Now consider this as part of the explanation. If you know there's a threat out there and you go ahead and relax and you let your guard down, you close your eyes, well, now you are easier prey. And if the mind doesn't accept that you're safe, it's going to want to keep you in that heightened level. Now, there doesn't have to be any physical threat in your personal area. The mind will create it for you. And my mind does that constantly. It's kind of a curious thing. I have noticed in my world, almost every single morning, I have some kind of a big dream where something is attacking me, and I wake up at a start. So I start every morning. It's as though my nervous system says, okay, it's about time to wake up. Well, we got to get you into an adrenaline state and prepare you for this horrible world you're coming into. And I wake up. Like, I don't even have to wake up and then start thinking. My mind thinks about something to be fearful of before I even wake up, and then I have a dream. And then you wake up and you don't feel rested, and nothing quite seems to come together, and that accumulates and gets worse and worse. That's a whole nother video. If you're curious about more on that, drop me a message. Let me know if you're interested, and I will put together some more information and get on that. But anyway, iPillow, they're awesome. They're really, really good, and use them as often as necessary. And just know that there can be those seemingly adverse reactions to it. Recognize it's not the pillow, and there's nothing wrong with you. Please, there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with me. There is something that simply needs to be recognized, repatterned, healed, understood, but not fixed. My thoughts on it. Anyway, if there was anything that you found helpful or interesting in this, appreciate a thumbs up, and hope you guys have a great day. We'll see you out on the trail.